Hi, this is Ben from Stellar Kayaks, here to talk to you about the S16LV, our new boat. It is a replacement to the S15LV with a very similar fit. Quickly shoot through the features. Nice carrying handle, static deck lines, bungee, foredeck hatch. Then we have a bulkhead in here to keep this area watertight or water resistant when paddling along, and if you should have an outer boat experience. Compass spot, foredeck hatch complete with a pod underneath. Slightly smaller cockpit rim that's also a little lower to allow for the smaller paddler. Inside the cockpit we have our very standard features. Steering pedals that adjust on these slides, heel pad, water bottle holder, seat pad, backrest that you can flip over if you want it to be shorter or taller, padded thigh hooks. Coming in behind the cockpit, we have a bulkhead inside the boat to keep the water from getting into here if you should have an outer boat experience. You have your rudder downhaul line with the hybrid rudder, and then you have your deck bungees for spare paddles or accessories, and the new lock bar that is much easier to use. The large oval hatch on the rear deck, spare paddle bungees, and nice comfy carrying handle well in front of the rudder to make it easy to use. Dyneema lines. Remember, this rudder is pulled down on the downhaul line. Turning the boat over, starting at the stern. We've increased the ability of this boat to track by extending the keel line a little bit and making sure it stayed fairly fine towards the stern, and a few concavities in the back here to make that help out as well. Therefore, if you don't want to paddle it with a rudder, you don't necessarily have to paddle it with the rudder. This keel line then gives way to a very shallow arch through the main part of the hull here to give it some good primary stability, and we increased the chines a little bit to increase that secondary stability. And then coming up into the bow right here, we have a fairly defined bow keel line here to make sure that it doesn't yaw too much as you take strokes on the left and the right paddling along forwards. The extra length has increased the ability for this boat to track and has also increased its efficiency in the water. You need to try one. Made for the smaller paddler, mid-size paddler, same fit as the old S15LV. Stellar's S16LV, brand new boat.